All right, let's dive deep into this Book of Enoch, shall we? It's a fascinating collection of ancient writings said to be written by, well, Noah's great-grandfather.
Yeah?
Not something you'd typically find just laying around in your average Bible, though.
No, not quite.
See, it was super important for those early Jewish and Christian communities.
Right.
They really valued it, but there was a reason it kind of got sidelined from the official scriptures.
Uh-huh.
It's packed with some pretty wild stuff, things that were considered, well, too controversial, maybe even dangerous for mainstream religion.
Yeah, it definitely pushes some boundaries.
We're talking about fallen angels getting a little too friendly with humans,
Oh, yeah.
forbidden knowledge with some pretty hefty consequences, and of course those giants, the Nephilim, stomping around causing chaos.
Right, those guy.
And get this, it even offers a completely different perspective on the whole story of the Great Flood.
Now, that's interesting.
So we gotta add, what was it about these writings that made them so unsettling for those early religious folks?
Well, I think the Book of Enoch offers this really unique glimpse into the beliefs and anxieties of that time.
Okay, yeah.
It reveals a world where the lines between heaven and earth were totally blurred. A world where angels and demons weren't just these abstract figures, but were actively involved in human affairs.
Like right here, messing things up.
Exactly.
That's a pretty wild thought, I mean, imagine suddenly angels are just part of everyday life.
It's definitely a different perspective.
Totally. And the book doesn't waste any time getting to the good stuff. It kicks off with these rebellious angels called the Watchers. They were like the elite guard of heaven, the A-team of angels, right?
Yeah.
But they decided to trade in their heavenly perks for, well, the pleasures of the earth. And I'm not talking about just enjoying a beautiful sunset or something.
No, it goes a bit further than that.
They were smitten with human women, like head over heels smitten.
Right.
And the Book of Enoch doesn't mince words. It straight up says they chose wives from among humans. It's not just, admiration from afar. It's full-on romance.
Quite a scandal for those times, I imagine.
Oh, totally. Their leader, this guy named Samjaza, he seems a little hesitant at first, like he knows this isn't going to end well.
Uh-huh.
But the other angels, they're all in gung-ho for this forbidden love affair. They even go so far as to swear a solemn oath to see their plan through. Like, they're really committed to this.
And that detail about the oath is really important. In ancient cultures, oaths were incredibly powerful.
Right.
They were binding commitments, and breaking an oath wasn't just, bad manners. It could bring down some serious divine wrath.
Yeah, like cosmic consequences.
Exactly.
So imagine this. 200 of these rogue angels, led by Samjaza, they descend upon Mount Hermon.
Oh, wow.
They even rename it after their oath, like talk about making a statement.
All move.
But they weren't just there for the scenery. They decided to share some, let's say, classified information with the humans.
Oh, like what?
We're talking about sorcery, warfare, metallurgy, all the secrets that were supposedly off limits to mortals. It's like they opened up this Pandora's box of ancient knowledge.
That raises a really interesting question.
What's that?
What exactly constituted forbidden knowledge back then? And why was it so dangerous for humans to have it?
Right, like what was the big deal?
Were they afraid of disrupting the natural order, maybe?
Maybe.
Or perhaps they feared humans wielding power they weren't ready for.
Yeah, like getting ahead of themselves.
It's a recurring theme in ancient mythology, this idea of divine beings sharing forbidden knowledge with humans.
Right, like Prometheus and the fire thing, right?
Exactly. And it almost always leads to unintended consequences.
It's like that saying, curiosity killed the cat.
And in this case, it unleashed something far more dangerous than a curious cat.
Yeah, the Nephilim. They weren't just kids, they were giants.
Right.
Monstrous, power-hungry, causing havoc everywhere they went.
The Book of Enoch really paints a vivid picture of them.
They weren't just physically imposing, were they?
No, they were symbols of corruption, a disruption of God's creation. It was like a glitch in the matrix,
Whoa, yeah.
a mixing of the divine and the human that was never meant to be.
Like a cosmic error?
In a way, yes.
Humans were understandably terrified. I mean, wouldn't you be? Giants running amok.
It's like something out of a nightmare.
Totally. And their cries of suffering, they reached all the way up to heaven.
Right. Even the heavens couldn't ignore it.
And the archangels, Michael, Uriel, Raphael, Gabriel, they saw what was happening.
Right. They were witnessing the fallout from the Watchers' actions.
Like, oh no, what have we done?
It was a pretty dramatic situation.
Totally. It's interesting to think about the role of angels here.
In what way?
Well, they're often seen as these go-betweens, right?
Right. Intermediaries between the divine and the human.
So in this case, they were like cosmic reporters, bearing witness to the mess that was unfolding.
Exactly. They were reporting back to God, basically.
It was a cosmic reality check, I guess. And God, seeing all of this chaos, decides it's time for some divine intervention.
Uh-huh.
He sends out the archangels on a mission, Gabriel to wipe out the Nephilim,
Wow.
Michael to bind some Jaza and the rest of the Parchers,
Quite a task.
Raphael to chain Azazel, another rebellious angel. It was a full-blown celestial takedown.
It sounds like a scene from an epic movie.
Totally. And amid all this, Uriel is given a crucial task to warn Noah about the flood that's coming.
Right, the whole ark thing.
And to guide him in building it, of course, it was like a cosmic reset button, a chance for humanity to start over, fresh, clean slate.
Like a cosmic do-over.
Exactly. But there's another player in this story.
Oh.
A righteous dude named Enoch. And God chooses him to deliver a message of judgment to the Watchers.
Interesting.
But his role goes way beyond just being a messenger.
It does.
Oh, yeah. And that's where things get really interesting.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, we'll have to save that for next time.
Oh, you're killing me.
Stay tuned. We're just getting started.
I can't wait.
Now, where were we? Ah, yes, Enoch. This righteous dude who gets tapped by God to deliver a message to those rebellious Watchers.
Right, those fallen angels.
But, and here's the kicker, his journey doesn't stop there. It's like he gets this all-access pass to the cosmos, this deep dive into the mysteries of the universe, the inner workings of everything.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing.
He learns about all these different types of angels, their functions, their hierarchy. It's like a crash course in angelology.
Imagine seraphim, cherubim, thrones, dominions, all these powerful beings, each with their own specific role in the divine order. It's like a celestial bureaucracy.
And it really highlights how, even in the heavenly realms, maintaining that balance, that order, is crucial.
Absolutely.
It's not just about beauty or harmony up there. It's about structure and purpose.
It's like a well-oiled machine, but with a spiritual dimension.
Totally. And Enoch, he even gets a peek at the darker side of things. He's shown the prisons for the fallen angels, the consequences of straying from the divine path, you know.
Yeah, a stark reminder of the price of disobedience.
But amidst all that punishment and warning, he also sees the tree of life. This symbol of eternal life and wisdom, it pops up in so many cultures, so many religions.
It's this archetypal image of, well, reaching for something beyond our earthly limitations.
It makes you wonder what the ancients really believed about immortality, you know?
Was it just about living forever? Or was it about achieving a higher level of understanding?
Yeah, transcending the limitations of our physical existence.
I think that's a key question that the Book of Enoch raises. What is the ultimate goal of human existence?
Right, what are we really striving for? And speaking of striving, there's this whole controversy surrounding the Book of Enoch itself. Why did it get excluded from most Bibles?
It's a question that scholars have been grappling with for centuries.
Makes you wonder if there's something more to it, something that challenged the established religious authorities at the time.
Yeah, like it was too radical, too unconventional for the mainstream.
Like maybe it presented an alternative view of things, a different perspective on God and the cosmos.
That's certainly a possibility. Some scholars believe that its exclusion was due to its graphic descriptions of the fallen angels and their offspring.
Right, those Nephilim.
Others point to its unique interpretation of Messianic prophecies. It might have differed too much from the dominant views at the time.
It's a reminder that religious texts have often been subject to interpretation and selection, you know.
Absolutely. The formation of the biblical canon was a complex process. It was influenced by various factors, political, theological, and cultural.
So what we consider scripture today, it's not necessarily the whole story.
No, it's more like a curated collection.
And that raises even more questions, doesn't it?
It does. It invites us to think critically about these texts, to question the reasons behind their inclusion or exclusion.
It's not about blindly accepting what we're told, but about engaging with these texts, wrestling with their meanings.
And ultimately forming our own understanding.
Exactly. Now, let's switch gears for a second and talk about the Great Flood. The Book of Enoch gives us a whole new perspective on that whole thing.
Oh, yeah? How so?
It wasn't just about punishing humanity for being wicked. It suggests this deeper corruption, a fundamental disruption of the natural order.
Interesting.
And the culprits, those Nephilim, they weren't just causing mayhem on the surface, they were messing with the very fabric of creation.
Imagine these giants consuming everything, throwing the balance of nature completely off.
Like a virus, spreading and corrupting everything they touched.
It's almost like a metaphor for the consequences of unchecked greed and ambition.
Right, taking more than your fair share, disrupting the harmony of things.
So, the flood, it wasn't just punishment.
No, it was a cosmic cleanse, a wiping of the slate to restore that balance.
Like hitting the reset button on creation.
Totally. But even after the flood, the story doesn't end there.
No.
The Book of Enoch keeps going with more prophecies, more visions, glimpses into the future.
What kind of future?
It gets pretty heavy, talking about judgment, redemption, the ultimate fate of humanity, the whole shebang.
And its depiction of the Messiah is particularly intriguing.
How so?
It presents him as this pre-existent cosmic figure. He's not just a human savior, but a divine being who judges both the righteous and the wicked.
It's a much more apocalyptic and mystical view compared to later scriptures. Maybe that's why it was considered so controversial.
Perhaps it's a different perspective, for sure.
It's definitely not your feel-good bedtime story. But despite being excluded from the Bible, its influence is undeniable.
You see it everywhere, in other religious texts, in art, literature, even in popular culture.
It's amazing how these ancient stories with their angels and demons and prophecies still resonate with us today.
They tap into something deep within the human psyche.
It's like we're still trying to make sense of the same mysteries, the same anxieties, the same hopes that haunted those ancient writers.
I think there's a timeless quality to these stories.
Totally. They speak to our enduring fascination with the unseen world, with the forces of good and evil that shape our lives.
The Book of Enoch, it's like a window into the collective unconscious, a reflection of our deepest fears and aspirations.
Now, I know there's been some buzz about the Watchers, those fallen angels.
Right.
Some folks interpret them as ancient aliens.
It's a popular theory.
It's a cool thought, but doesn't that kind of miss the point?
Well, while the ancient alien theory is intriguing, it's important to consider the context.
Okay.
In the Book of Enoch, the Watchers are clearly angelic beings.
Right.
Part of a divine hierarchy, their actions have theological implications. To view them as aliens would be imposing a modern lens on an ancient text.
It's like trying to understand Shakespeare through the lens of a superhero comic.
Exactly. We lose the nuances, the complexities of the original text.
The Book of Enoch, it challenges us to think differently about our place in the cosmos, about the nature of good and evil.
And about the potential for both destruction and redemption.
But beyond the cosmic drama, there's something deeply personal about Enoch's journey.
How so?
He's not just witnessing these events, he's actively engaged, asking questions, seeking understanding.
He's not just a passive observer.
No, he's a participant in the cosmic drama.
He's constantly seeking knowledge, advocating for those who are suffering.
He's like a cosmic journalist, interviewing angels, recording prophecies, trying to make sense of it all.
He's also a mediator, a bridge between the human and the divine.
And he even gets to peek at the celestial calendar.
Oh, that's a fascinating part of the book.
It's not just about tracking days and nights, it's something much more profound.
Enoch learns that the movements of the sun, moon, and stars, they're governed by precise laws,
It's like the universe is a giant clock, and the angels are the clockmakers.
ensuring that everything runs according to a divine schedule.
It's mind-blowing, right?
It is. It raises questions about free will versus destiny.
If our lives are part of this grand celestial design, do they really have a choice?
The Book of Enoch doesn't offer easy answers.
No.
It presents a universe that's both meticulously ordered and yet full of unexpected turns.
That's a paradox.
It suggests that both free will and destiny are at play. We have the power to choose our action,
But those actions, they ripple through time.
shaping the course of history.
It's a lot to wrap your head around.
It is. But one thing is clear.
What's that?
Time is a precious resource.
It's a gift that we should treat with reverence.
Absolutely. And speaking of gifts, Enoch's journey wasn't just about receiving knowledge.
No.
He also got to witness the beauty and splendor of the heavenly realms.
The Book of Enoch describes these realms with such vivid detail, it's like reading a travelogue from another dimension.
Palaces of crystal, rivers of fire, mountains that pierce the heavens.
Gardens overflowing with exotic plants and creatures.
It's a world that's both familiar and utterly alien.
And he doesn't just see the pretty parts, he sees the darker side, too.
The prisons where fallen angels are held captive.
The places of punishment where the wicked face the consequences.
It's a stark reminder that even in the celestial realms, justice and accountability prevail.
But even in those descriptions of punishment, there's this sense of divine order.
It's not about gratuitous suffering, but about restoring balance, upholding justice.
And throughout his journey, even in the face of cosmic drama, Enoch never loses sight of the human element.
He's always asking questions, advocating for humanity, seeking understanding.
He's a relatable figure, you know?
He is. He reminds us that even in the face of the divine, we have the capacity to engage, to question, to seek a deeper understanding of our place in the grand scheme of things.
He's a model for how we can approach the spiritual realm.
With curiosity, humility, and a deep sense of wonder.
And his journey is a testament to the power of seeking knowledge, of asking questions.
It's about pushing the boundaries of our understanding.
Now, as we delve deeper into the secrets revealed to Enoch, let's keep that human element in mind.
Let's remember that this is not just about abstract theological concepts.
It's about our place in the cosmos, our relationship with the divine.
and our responsibility to each other.
And that's something that's relevant to all of us, whether we believe in angels or not.
Absolutely. These are universal themes that speak to the human condition.
Now, one of the most mind-blowing revelations in the Book of Enoch is this story of the fallen angels, also known as the Watchers.
It's a story that has captivated people for centuries.
And for good reason. It's about rebellion, temptation, the consequences of defying divine law.
It raises questions about the nature of good and evil,
The limits of free will.
the potential for redemption.
I mean, angels rebelling against God, that's some serious biblical drama.
It is. It's like the ultimate power struggle.
But on a cosmic scale.
The Book of Enoch describes these Parkers as being tasked with observing humanity,
They were like our celestial guardians.
watching over us from the heavens.
But then they got a little too close to their subjects, right?
They saw these human women and, well, they crossed a line.
They were smitten, weren't they?
They were. They chose to descend to earth, taking these women as wives.
A major transgression in the eyes of God.
A violation of the divine order,
They went rogue, trading their heavenly duties for earthly pleasures.
and their actions had serious consequences.
Their offspring, the Nephilim,
They became a symbol of this corruption, this disruption of the natural order.
they threw the whole cosmic ecosystem out of whack.
And to make matters worse, they didn't just indulge in forbidden romance.
They shared forbidden knowledge with humans.
Sorcery, warfare, metallurgy.
Secrets that were considered too dangerous for mortals.
It's like they opened Pandora's box.
Unleashing chaos and corruption upon the world.
And this ultimately led to God's decision to send the flood,
To cleanse the earth of this wickedness.
to give humanity a fresh start.
A dramatic reset, a consequence of the Watcher's transgression.
But even within this story of rebellion and punishment, there's a thread of redemption.
Oh, yeah.
Some of these fallen angels, they eventually repented.
They sought forgiveness.
They did. And Enoch himself played a key role in this process.
Well,
He acted as a mediator between God and the markers, delivering messages of both judgment and mercy.
so it's not a simple story of good versus evil.
No, it's more nuanced than that.
It's a story about choice, consequence, and the possibility of redemption.
It reminds us that even in the face of great transgression, there's always hope for reconciliation.
It's a powerful message.
And it's a message that resonates with us today.
It's a reminder that the struggle between good and evil is not confined to ancient texts or celestial realms.
It's a battle that plays out within each of us every day.
And it's a battle that we can choose to fight, for good or for evil.
Absolutely. We have the power to choose our path.
Now, there are different interpretations of this story. Some people take it literally as a historical account.
Others see it as an allegory, a symbolic representation of the struggles we all face,
And, of course, there's the ancient alien theory.
which suggests that the Watchers were extraterrestrial beings.
That's a fascinating idea.
But for me, the power of the story lies in its universal themes.
It speaks to our deepest fears, our aspirations.
Our ongoing struggle to understand our place in the cosmos.
And regardless of how you interpret it, it's a story about the consequences of our choices.
And the enduring power of redemption.
Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about the different types of angels described in the Book of Enoch.
The book goes into great detail about the angelic hierarchy,
It's like a glimpse into the organization chart of heaven.
revealing the intricate workings of the divine realm.
And these aren't your typical angels with fluffy wings and halos.
No, these are beings with diverse appearances, powers, and responsibilities.
Warriors, healers, messengers, record keepers, guardians of nature.
Even celestial timekeepers.
Each with a specific role to play in maintaining the balance of the cosmos.
It's a fascinating vision of this celestial bureaucracy.
It makes you wonder, what's going on in that unseen world?
Are there angels going about their duties right now?
Shaping the course of human history.
The Book of Enoch invites us to consider these possibilities,
So let's take a closer look at some of these angelic heavy hitters.
the ones that really stand out in the text.
First up, we have Michael,
The archangel.
often depicted as a powerful warrior, a defender of righteousness.
In the Book of Enoch, he's the one who punishes the fallen angels.
He carries out God's judgment,
He's like the cosmic enforcer.
making sure everyone stays in line.
Then we have Gabriel.
Another prominent archangel.
He's associated with messages, revelations, divine pronouncements,
He's like the celestial postman.
delivering news from on high,
In the Book of Enoch, he's the one who reveals secrets to Enoch.
guides him on his journey through the heavens.
And then there's Raphael,
The archangel of healing,
associated with both physical and spiritual healing.
bringing comfort and restoration,
He's like the cosmic doctor.
mending broken bodies and broken spirits.
But even he can be a bit forceful when he needs to be.
In the Book of Enoch, he's the one who binds the fallen angel Azazel.
Casts him into a pit.
It's a reminder that even healing can involve a certain level of, well, tough love.
It's a fascinating concept, isn't it?
It is. It suggests that there are different approaches to healing.
Sometimes you need a gentle touch.
Sometimes you need a firm hand.
And these are just a few examples of the many angels described in the Book of Enoch.
It's a glimpse into this rich and complex world of celestial beings,
Each with their own unique purpose and function.
working together to maintain the order of the cosmos.
It's a vision that challenges our understanding of the spiritual realm.
It invites us to imagine a world that's teeming with unseen forces.
And it reminds us that we're not alone in this universe.
There are forces beyond our comprehension, both benevolent and malevolent.
And our choices, our actions, can impact this cosmic dance.
It's a humbling thought.
Now let's dive into one of the most mind-bending aspects of the Book of Enoch, Enoch's encounter with the celestial calendar.
This is where the text really pushes our understanding of time,
It's like stepping into a cosmic time machine.
where the boundaries between past, present, and future become blurred.
Enoch has shown that time is not a straight line.
It's a cyclical and interconnected web.
He learns that the movements of the sun, moon, and stars are governed by precise laws.
They're not just random occurrences.
They're part of a divine plan, a cosmic dance.
And this dance influences human destiny.
Wait, so our lives are connected to the movements of the stars,
Enoch is shown the books of life and death.
where the deeds of every human are recorded,
He learns about the angels who guide and protect individuals.
influencing their paths.
It's like a cosmic surveillance system, but with a spiritual dimension.
And it raises the question, do we really have free will?
Or are our lives predetermined?
The Book of Enoch doesn't give us easy answers.
But it suggests that both free will and destiny are at play.
So we're not just puppets on a string.
But we're not completely free agents either.
It's a delicate balance.
Our choices have consequences, but those consequences are also shaped by larger forces.
It's a lot to process.
It is, but it's also incredibly fascinating.
It makes you think about the importance of our actions.
The ripple effects they can have.
Not just in this lifetime.
But in the grand scheme of things,
The Book of Enoch encourages us to live our lives with intention, with purpose.
to recognize that we're part of something much larger than ourselves.
Even though we may not have access to the celestial calendar,
We can still strive to live in harmony with the rhythms of the cosmos,
with the cycles of nature.
with the will of God.
Now let's talk about Enoch's encounters with the different realms of heaven.
He becomes a cosmic explorer,
Venturing beyond the veil of our earthly realm.
discovering the wonders and mysteries that lie hidden within the celestial spheres.
Pack your imaginary celestial suitcases, folks. We're about to embark on a mind-blowing tour of the heavens.
One of the first realms Enoch encounters is the first heaven,
A place of beauty and tranquility.
a realm of light and harmony,
It's like a celestial garden.
filled with fragrant flowers, sparkling streams.
And the sweet music of angelic choirs.
And it's here that Enoch encounters the angels who control the weather.
So those unexpected rainstorms.
Blame the angels.
Just kidding.
These angels are benevolent beings,
Carrying out God's will.
providing rain for the earth.
Maintaining the balance of nature.
They're like celestial meteorologists.
Keeping the cosmic weather patterns in check.
And as Enoch ascends higher, he enters the second heaven.
This realm is a bit more intense.
It's a place of judgment.
Where the deeds of humans and angels are weighed and assessed.
Enoch witnesses the fallen angels being punished.
A stark reminder that even celestial beings are not above the law.
It's a sobering thought.
But there's also mercy and forgiveness in the second heaven.
Enoch sees angels interceding on behalf of those who have repented.
He learns that even those who have fallen can find redemption.
It's a message of hope.
A reminder that there's always the possibility of forgiveness.
And a second chance.
And then Enoch enters the third heaven.
A realm of paradise.
A place of breathtaking beauty and unimaginable bliss.
It's described as a realm of pure joy and peace.
Where the righteous dwell in eternal harmony.
And it's here that Enoch encounters the Garden of Eden,
The original paradise.
where Adam and Eve lived before the fall.
So Enoch gets a VIP tour of paradise.
It's described as a place of unspoiled perfection,
Filled with exotic trees, fragrant flowers, crystal clear rivers.
a realm of purity and innocence.
Where the consequences of sin are absent.
But Enoch's journey doesn't end there,
He continues to ascend through the heavens.
encountering even more wondrous realms,
In the fourth heaven, he encounters the angels who control the movements of the sun and moon.
like a celestial control room,
What the angels are adjusting the cosmic clock.
making sure the days and nights run on schedule.
It's a vision of a universe that's both awe-inspiring and meticulously structured.
In the fifth heaven, Enoch encounters the fallen angels who are being punished.
A reminder of the consequences of disobedience.
It's a realm of darkness and suffering.
A place of confinement for those who have defied God's will.
And then in the sixth heaven, Enoch encounters the angels who record the deeds of humanity,
Like a celestial library.
where every human action is recorded,
Enoch is shown the books of life and death.
a reminder that our choices have eternal consequences.
It's a sobering thought.
But it's also a reminder of the importance of living a righteous life.
Of striving to align our actions with God's will.
And finally, Enoch reaches the seventh heaven,
The highest realm of all.
the dwelling place of God.
The throne room of the divine.
This is the culmination of Enoch's journey.
The peak of his spiritual ascent.
And it's here that Enoch receives his final revelations.
His ultimate glimpse into the mysteries of the divine.
While the details of this encounter are shrouded in mystery,
It's clear that Enoch was forever transformed by his experience.
he returned to earth a changed man,
A prophet, a visionary,
sharing his knowledge with humanity.
offering a glimpse into the hidden realms and the mysteries of the divine.
And the Book of Enoch, his testament to his journey,
It continues to inspire and challenge us today,
inviting us to explore the boundaries of our understanding.
and to seek a deeper connection with the cosmos.
So as we continue our exploration, let's keep Enoch's journey in mind.
Let's be open to the possibility of encountering our own celestial realms.
Our own moments of divine revelation.
Because the heavens are not so far away as we might think.
And the mysteries of the cosmos are waiting to be discovered.
Now, as we wrap up our discussion of Enoch's journey, I want to touch upon one more theme.
What's that?
The interconnectedness of all things.
It's a theme that runs throughout the Book of Enoch.
It challenges our understanding of the universe as a collection of separate entities.
Instead, it presents a vision of a cosmos where everything is connected,
From the smallest atom to the largest star.
from the material realm to the spiritual realm.
And this interconnectedness has practical implications.
Our actions here on earth have repercussions in the spiritual realm.
And the decisions of angels can shape the course of human history.
It's like a cosmic web,
Every thread connected to every other thread.
a delicate balance that can be easily disrupted.
And this interconnectedness is reflected in the celestial calendar.
The cycles of nature,
The movements of the sun, moon, and stars.
they're all part of a larger cosmic dance.
A dance that influences everything on Earth.
And this dance is not just about physical phenomena.
It's about spiritual energies.
The flow of divine power throughout the cosmos.
It's like we're all part of this giant cosmic orchestra,
Our actions are like musical notes
contributing to the overall symphony.
when we're in harmony with the cosmos.
When our actions are aligned with the divine will,
We create beautiful music.
a symphony of peace and love.
But when we're out of tune,
When our actions are discordant,
we create chaos and dissonance.
a cacophony of suffering and strife.
And this dissonance can have far-reaching consequences
So we have a responsibility to live our lives in harmony with the cosmos,
with the divine plan
recognizing that our choices have a ripple effect.
throughout the universe.
This theme of interconnectedness isn't unique to the Book of Enoch.
It's a concept found in many spiritual traditions.
From the ancient wisdom of the East to modern physics.
There's a growing recognition that we're all part of something much larger than ourselves,
Our actions, our thoughts, our very being.
intertwined with the fabric of the cosmos.
So, as we continue our exploration of the Book of Enoch, let's keep this theme in mind.
Let's see how it informs our understanding of the text, prophecies, and revelations.
Because ultimately, the Book of Enoch is not just about ancient mysteries and celestial beings.
It's about our place in the cosmos
Our relationship with the divine.
and our responsibility to each other.
And that's a message that's as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. Yeah, it's that the book's telling us to step back and look at the bigger picture.
To see ourselves as part of this intricate web of life.
This grand cosmic tapestry.
And within this tapestry, the Book of Enoch weaves in these really cryptic prophecies.
Visions of the future.
Yeah, visions of judgment, cosmic battles, the fate of humanity.
It's where things get really apocalyptic, right? Fire and brimstone, angels with flaming swords, the whole 9 yards. So what exactly did Enoch see in these visions?
Well, he describes a time of major upheaval and tribulation, where the wicked face the consequences of their actions.
Okay, so there's a reckoning coming.
Yeah, but the righteous will be vindicated.
So there's hope too, then.
Definitely. It's like hitting the cosmic reset button, restoring balance after chaos and corruption. And then there's this vision of a new heaven and a new earth, where justice and peace will reign.
It's like a complete transformation, a world made new.
A fresh start for humanity.
But weren't these prophecies full of symbolic language?
Oh, absolutely. Cryptic imagery, hidden meanings, the whole shebang.
So how do we even begin to decipher all that?
Well, scholars have been debating the meaning of these prophecies for centuries.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Some see them as literal predictions of future events.
Okay.
Others view them as allegorical, representing spiritual truths. It's like a cosmic puzzle.
trying to pin together these fragments of Enoch's visions to figure out the message.
It's a challenge, for sure.
So there's no one right answer.
No, it's open to individual interpretation.
The Book of Enoch invites us to engage with these prophecies, wrestle with their meaning.
And draw our own conclusions.
But regardless of how we interpret them, these prophecies, they make us think about the future.
Right. About the choices we make, the impact they have on the world.
It's like a call to action.
A reminder that we have a responsibility to shape the future.
To create a world that reflects our highest aspirations.
For justice, peace, harmony.
Do you think that's what Enoch was trying to do, inspire people to work towards a better future?
I think that's a big part of it. The Book of Enoch isn't just about predicting the future. It's about empowering us to create the future we want to see.
Yeah, to be active participants in our own destiny.
And even though these prophecies might seem daunting, maybe even frightening at times, they offer a glimmer of hope.
That even in the darkest of times, there's a chance for a redemption, for a new beginning.
Exactly. The Book of Enoch reminds us that no matter how far we stray from the path, there's always a way back. And ultimately, the forces of good will prevail.
That's a powerful message, one that I think we all need to hear right now. Especially in times like these, you know?
Yeah, we all crave that sense of hope.
That belief that things can get better.
Absolutely.
Now, before we wrap up our deep dive into the Book of Enoch, I want to touch on one final point.
Okay.
The legacy of this ancient text. Its impact on history and culture.
It's a fascinating topic.
It's not in the Bible, but its influence is undeniable.
It's like a hidden stream that has flowed beneath the surface of Western civilization.
Shaping our ideas about angels, demons, the afterlife, the end of the world.
Its themes and imagery have permeated various traditions.
Early Christianity, Jewish mysticism, Islamic theology.
You see its influence in literature, art, music.
Even in pop culture today.
The concept of fallen angels, the Nephilim, the battle between good and evil, all these ideas could be traced back to the Book of Enoch.
It's incredible how these ancient concepts have endured.
They've been reinterpreted and reimagined across different cultures and time periods.
It speaks to the power of these stories.
Their ability to transcend time and culture.
And their capacity to tap into something deep within us.
The Book of Enoch may not be part of the official biblical canon,
but its influence is undeniable.
It's a text that continues to fascinate, inspire, and challenge us.
So as we conclude our deep dive, I encourage you to seek out this ancient text for yourself.
Don't let its exclusion from the Bible deter you.
Dive into its rich tapestry of stories, prophecies, and revelations.
You might be surprised by what you discover.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Book of Enoch.
It's been a pleasure exploring this ancient and enigmatic text with you.
Until next time, keep seeking knowledge.
Keep asking questions.
And keep exploring the infinite possibilities of human experience.
And keep looking up.
Exactly.